So very good morning, all the CA Inter students. I think you are fueling up your preparation. So I'm going to now cover very quickly one theory chapter called as types of financing. There is a huge request from the students regarding this particular area. So I'm covering this and already in the yesterday's session, I have already uploaded in 30 minutes the complete theory of unit number 1. Definitely question will come in examination for 4 marks. And many people are asking about the PDF. So I'm pinning the PDF in my Telegram group. Telegram group details will be there in the description box below the video. So join there. So many notes are going to come in the next 10-15 days. So you can get the best out of it. Unique materials we are going to release. So join the Telegram channel. You will be updated with all kinds of details regarding the documents as well as for the class. Anyway, let us first start with unit number 2, types of financing. Okay, first one, explain the importance of trade credit and accruals as a source of working capital. What is the cost of these sources? So what is the concept? Listen carefully. See, trade credit is a concept where, see, first point is very clear here. Trade credit or accruals, both are having same meaning. Trade credit or accruals is a greatest source of working capital. Okay, number 1, it is a greatest source of working capital. It is a short-term source of finance. Number 2, you have to write in exam. Number 1, it is a source of working capital. It is a short-term finance. Give one example. I will give 2 examples. Suppliers giving us a credit of goods. Suppliers giving us credit of goods. We purchased 1 lakh worth goods. Okay. Supplier has given a 3 months credit. Now, what does it mean? Supplier has given the goods first. Payment we can make later. Means we can circulate these goods, we can sell them, we will make money, but we will pay them only after 3 months. Clear? So we are using their goods and making our money. This is called as a concept of trade credit. Trade credit means credit sales made by us. Okay. So listen, or credit purchases made by us. Listen carefully. So it refers to credit facility given by supplier of the goods. We purchased on credit, they have given on credit in the normal course of trade. 3 points completed. Point number 1. Yes, trade credit and accruals are source of working capital. It is a short-term source of finance. It is nothing but credit facility given by suppliers of the goods in normal course of trade. Clear? Sir, who will be dependent on working capital or trade credits? Small scale industry. See, large scale industries, okay, when they are having 10,000 crores, payment of just 5-6 crores to a normal supplier is not a big deal for them. They will just throw that. Clear? For whom it will become a problem? Small scale industry firms are heavily dependent on working capital needs. Okay. Next. Sir, why working capital? Working capital is easy availability, flexibility, and there are no great procedures. Easy availability, flexibility, no great procedures. That's called as informality. Sir, explain this meaning. Listen, I purchased goods on credit for 3 months. Okay, means what? My pocket is free now. I am not going to pay anything today. 3 months after I will pay. Okay, I will take goods on credit and I will pay later. Same situation, let's reverse now. I went to a bank. I asked for a bank loan of 3 months. They will eat my brain now. They will ask a PAN card, Aadhaar card, that card, this card, approvals, sanctions, documentation, stamp paper, security, more nonsense. All these formal documentation can be escaped through this working capital. So 4 points we have written now. First, yes, trade credit and accruals is a source of working capital. It is a short-term source of finance. It is a credit given by the suppliers of the goods in the ordinary course of business. Okay, mostly small scale industries are heavily dependent on financing through working capital. It is easy available, flexible, and informal. Over. Next question. What is the cost of these sources? Listen, when I say cost, from the person giving credit, from his point of view, you should see. Supplier key, generally what people will think, you supplied goods, sale completed for you. Correct or not? You supplied goods, sale completed for you. That's a game over. No. Supplier will supply the goods today, but he will receive money after 3 months. There is an opportunity cost or opportunity loss of interest or not. Just before debtors management chapter I uploaded. In that, what we learned, we have done 8-9 problems in that. All problems, the common agenda is very simple. Whenever you give credit, there are advantages and disadvantages as well. Advantage is sales will get boosted. Disadvantages are loss of interest. Second one, collection cost will increase, bad debts will increase. Those are all the costs incurred by the supplier of goods on credit. So there can be an argument that trade credit is free. No, but it is not. It involves implicit cost. Though interest may not be charged, there is a cost to that fellow or not. So how the person will tackle? Number one, he will increase the cost of the goods and give on credit to cover that loss of interest, or he will offer cash discount and ask them to pay early. So supplier extending trade credit incur cost in the form of opportunity cost of funds invested in trade receivables. Generally, supplier passes this cost by increasing the price or by not extending cash discount facility. Okay, so if you give cash discount facility, immediately he will ask, or if you are, he will completely don't give any kind of cash discount such that he will receive full amount. Okay, very, very important first question. Next one, what do you understand by spontaneous sources of finance? Spontaneous sources of finance means nothing but the previous question. Spontaneous source means you need not go and buy that. You need not go and buy that. By normal course of business, it will get generated. See, I will go to a shop, take a credit card, swipe the credit card, purchase the goods. What happened? Spontaneous source is created. Why? I did not pay, but goods are created without any documentation procedures. Spontaneously it is created. That's called as working capital loan. It refers to financing that arises out of regular day-to-day operation. Spontaneous sources of financing includes all the sources that are available on demand or naturally arise as a part of business. Naturally arise as a part of business. Okay, trade credit, accounts payable, etc. Next, important I will be covering. Explain the term plowing back of profits. Explain the term plowing back of profits. Sir, what is this? See, what is plowing back of profit? Name lone clear. Plow back the profits. Whenever we wanted to invest in a project, always don't go for bank loan, equity shareholders, a new issue, etc. Profits are there na, retained earnings are there na, plow them back. Plowing back means taking the reserves and surplus and investing in the same business. Because of doing this, there is a great advantage. Do you know? Do you know what is the greatest advantage? Listen. Balance sheet la equity share capital reserves and surplus is there. Reserves and surplus are generally idle cash. Correct? When you invest this in the assets of the company, it will generate a return called as R. It will generate a return called as R. Okay. And you are retaining and investing na, B into R, it gives the growth. Always listen carefully. Putting the reserves idle is of zero importance. But when those reserves are reinvested somewhere, it will generate growth. It will generate growth. So net worth will increase. What will increase? Net worth will increase. Long-term funds may be provided by accumulating the profits of the company and plowing them back. So accumulated profits means the reserves will be plowed back. Plowing means from digging from the down. Such funds belong to the shareholders. Obvious. Increase the net worth because there is a growth. Public limited company must plow back reasonable amount of profits each year. So you can plow back public limited companies, but reserves and surplus always you cannot draw back. There are certain conditions that were given in companies because reserves and surplus is nothing but, I repeat, reserves and surplus is nothing but the profits belonging to the equity shareholders. Correct? Therefore, Companies Act, you have to comply and do that. Next, such funds also entail almost no risk. So risk will not be there because it is not any fund that is to be taken and paid back. It is equity shareholders money only. Now, yesterday what we discussed, equity shareholders money is safe. Why it is safe? Because we will take, but we need not give back. Same here also. Further, control of the present owners is also not diluted by retaining the profits. Okay, because previously your money is in this pocket. Now this pocket I took money and I invested in this pocket in the form of assets. Means your money is not wasted. Previously your money is in reserves and surplus idle. Now it is invested in assets. Again that will generate profits. So that's the point. Read this, very, 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 very important. Wherever some sort of great importance is there, I will only tell you. Next one. Advantages of raising funds by equity shareholder, equity issue. Yesterday only we read na. Same questions are there in unit number 1 also. So first one. Equity shares is a permanent source, means we need not repay back. That's what we call not redeemable. Okay, next. No liability of cash outflow. Equity capital increases company's financial base. Okay, and helps to increase borrowing power. Sir, why equity share capital will increase my borrowing power? Listen carefully. Debt equity ratio is 2:1. Means if equity is 100, debt can be 200. If equity is 200, debt can be 400. Means the borrowing power is dependent on the equity you are holding. That's what he wanted to tell. So permanent source of finance, not redeemable. It will increase the overall finance base. Borrowing powers will increase. Next, company is not obliged, means no obligation legally to pay the dividend. So dividend payment is not mandatory. If you have, you can pay the dividend. Dividend payments can be reduced. Last year 12, this year you can pay 10 also. Or you can pay again 12, same even. Or you can either be suspended also. Okay, next. Issue can be made also through rights. Financing a business through borrowing is cheaper than equity. Briefly explain. Okay, briefly explain. So what he is asking, borrowing is cheaper than equity is a question he is asking. Shall we start? Capital structure theories already we will discuss about this in depth for 1 hour. Okay, let's see. First thing, yes, true. Financing a business through borrowing cheaper than using equity, 100%. Why borrowing is always cheaper? Number one, borrowings whenever you make, you will pay a fixed return to them. So there is no risk to them. When risk is less, return is less. Reason number one. So obviously they will ask a lesser return. Okay, debt capital is cheaper than equity capital from the point of view of cost. One point I said now. KD will always be lesser than KE because KE they will be getting a variable return, high risk, high return. Debt compulsory you will get 100 for next 5 years. Where is the risk here? No risk. No risk. Some return will be given. Low risk low return will be coming. So return paid to debt is low. Cost of the company also low. Number one. Okay. Next advantage of debt. Interest is tax deductible. Interest is tax deductible. But dividends, no such deduction is allowed. Next. Issue of new equity dilutes the ownership. But borrowing do not dilute the ownership. Does not result in dilution. Next one. See, when the sale prices are increasing, sales will increase, contribution increase, EBIT increase, but interest cost will be same. So when the prices of the product is increasing, that if the company is financed more by debt, you will be in a more safe position because for the increased sale also, you have to pay the same fixed cost. So in a period of rising prices, sale prices, borrowing is advantageous. The fixed monetary outgo decreases in real terms as the price level increases. As the selling price increases, automatically in real terms, if you see here, 1000 units I manufactured, fixed cost is 10,000. I produced 1200 units. Even though fixed cost is how much? 10,000. But if you observe in real terms means per unit terms. Here it is 10 rupee. Here it is 8.33 only. Means in real terms, fixed cost is reducing or not? Okay. So fixed monetary outgo decreases as the price level increases. As the selling price is increases, fixed cost overall will be same. But in real terms, if you see per unit price is slowly coming down. Read the 3 points. Next. Preference shares as an instrument of raising funds. Sir, preference share is not completely debt, not completely equity, middle of both. So, what is the advantage of issuing preference shares? No dilution of EPS on enlarged capital base. No dilution of EPS. Okay, on enlarged capital base because preference dividend is not deducted. Preference dividend is not deducted and calculated EPS. EPS is calculated after profit after tax. Okay, from that two people will take equity, preference. Are you understanding? Okay. There is no risk of takeover as the preference shareholders do not have voting rights. They will not be given any kind of voting. Therefore, you need not worry about control shifting to other person. Next, there is leveraging advantage. Why leverage will come? Whenever there is a fixed cost, leverage will come. So, since there is a fixed charge. Preference dividends are fixed and pre-decided. Preference shareholders do not participate in surplus profit like a original shareholder. Advantage is no need to pay anything extra. They will take only fixed percentage. Preference share capital can be redeemed. They will not stay for you in your company permanently. Next, list out the conditions framed by SEBI which a company need to fulfill in order to issue bonus shares. Companies are concept, yeah. Bonus shares can be issued by free reserve securities minimum capital redemption reserve. Balance in P&L account or sinking fund. This you need not write. This 4 you have to write. Free reserve securities minimum capital redemption reserve and balance in P&L account. Okay, done. Next, debt securitization. So debt securitization means whenever any loan taken from bank is NPA, non-performing asset. Non-performing asset. Companies don't have time to take care of those idiots. Therefore, those idiots are sold to another person. That person is expert in collecting money by doing lot of rowdyism. Those persons we call securitization companies. Securitization companies. See, debt securitization, market important. This examiner they can ask. Okay. It is a method of recycling of funds. It is especially beneficial to financial intermediaries to support the lending volumes. Okay. Assets generating steady cash flows are packed together against this asset pool. Market securities can be issued. Housing finance, auto loans, credit card receivables, etc. Okay. So, what is the idea behind? Listen carefully. In simple terms, I will tell you. See here. Securitization, these are the parties involved. Okay. First, banks will give loans. Please listen, I will repeat only once. Only once. If you don't listen, I'm not responsible for that. Okay. Banks will give loans to institutions and individuals. Once bank give loans, what will happen? Money goes out of the bank hand at once. But bank will collect back that money in the form of EMIs. In the form of EMIs. In bits and pieces in the form of installments. So bank when it gives, it will give 1 crore loan. But when it collect that 1 crore, it will collect over 20 years. Means my 100 rupees is going out now, 2 rupees only will come in another 1 year. Then how the banks are surviving? First, that question you should get in life. You are not getting that means you are not understanding it. Understood the logic clearly? Yeah. Hey, simple logic. Yeah. Banks are giving 100 rupees, but get back the EMIs in bits and pieces in installment. Then how banks are surviving? Listen, how it will survive. So banks and financial institutions faces liquidity crunch. Okay, wants to get back their liquidity. To overcome this problem, bank will sell their assets. Which asset? Not bench, table, AC, not that asset. Loan given is a receivable for them. Those assets they will sell. Okay, but problem is I can sell this remote. I can sell this phone because there is a market. Where to sell this vegetable market? Phone will be sold in gadgets market. Mic will can be sold in gadgets market. iPad can be sold in a gadgets market. Buildings can be sold in real estate market. Like that, for every product, there is a market in India. Okay, throughout world as well. But I wanted to sell the loan. Who will buy the loan? Yeah, to sell, first there should be a buyer. Buyers and sellers meet at a place called as a market. Where is the market to buy this? That's how securitization market came into existence. That secondary market, securitization rise in India. See what will happen. Mechanism of debt securitization. Okay, listen. Bank or see the sequence properly. Bank or financial institution, also called as originator, gives loans or financial assistance to the borrowers, also called as obligor. Okay, now what will happen? Borrowers, okay, bank will give loans to borrowers. Okay, now these people may pay, may not pay. Sir, let us say for example they are paying, but problem is bank is giving loans to borrowers. Lot of money is blocked with the bank or not. What bank will do? Bank will conduct an auction. Bank will conduct an auction. It will tell, I will sell my loans. Then bank will tell that we are going to sell our loans. Whoever wanted to buy, you come and buy. Then a person will come called as SPV, Special Purpose Vehicle, also called as Asset Reconstruction Company. So SPV will be coming. This SPV will tell, hey, how many loans are there with you? He will tell 1,000 crore loans are there. Then I will buy. Who will buy? I will buy. SPV will buy. Okay, you will buy. Yes, I will buy. From where you will get the money? Listen carefully. Who is giving? Bank is giving. What it is giving? It is transferring the financial assets called as loans. To whom? To SPV. On in what intervals? Dependent. Sometimes banks will give in 1 year, 2 years interval or 6 months interval also. they will pool, package all kinds of loans into one set, and they will sell 1,000 crores worth of financial assets they sold. Okay, 1,000 crores is the principal amount. On this principal, they will collect almost again another 2,000 crores of interest. For all those present value, they will calculate. Say it came to 2,100 crore. 2,100 crore it came. See here. Bank gave financial assistance to borrower. Okay. Immediately, borrower has taken 1,000 crore loan. Bank loses 1,000 crore liquidity. I want to get my liquidity back. How to get liquidity back? Sell them. See, I have 100 rupees in my pocket. Say I have 100 rupees in my pocket. I purchase this remote. Okay, I want my 100 back. What to do? Sell this remote. Same. Bank has 100 rupees in its pocket. Bank gave it as a loan. Loan document came. Money went out. I want my money back. What to do? Sell this loan. To whom? To securitized assets. To the securitization market you have to sell. That person is called as special purpose vehicle. These people will buy the debt securitized assets. Okay. So rights of financial assets will be transferred to SPV. To whom? SPV. Now listen carefully. Bank will pool, combine so many loans, packages, and transfer financial assets, not fixed assets. Okay. To whom? To SPV and ARC. To SPV or ARC. Now question, sir. Bank itself got a problem. If we get a finance problem, we go to bank. If bank itself got a problem, where we have to go? Then comes into the picture the heroes in this particular area, QIBs, qualified institutional buyers. Who are they? Pension funds, insurance funds, mutual funds, banks, foreign institutional investors, FDIs. So many people are there throughout the globe who are having money, but they don't know where to invest. Okay, where to invest, they don't know. Mutual fund companies will be there. Na? What they have to do, lot of money will come. Somewhere they have to put their money. Na? There they will invest. Sir, this is risky. Little risk, but it's a loan. Na? Listen carefully what will happen. Please listen. Who gave loan? Bank. Which loans? Secured loans they have given. Means there is a asset security for that. There is a asset security. So, these are secured assets. These are secured assets. So what will happen? These QIBs will be there na market. These QIBs are there na. These QIBs will give that 2,100 crore. Okay. Sir, how they will give? What they will take in return? This SPV will give pass-through certificate. Pass-through certificate. It's called as a debenture type or security receipts. Security receipts. So vehicle loans, general corporate loans, housing loans like that, they will give security receipts. Listen carefully. Bank gave loan, money went out of bank, bank will sell to these people. These people have to pay 2,100 from where they will get. If I get a problem, I will go to God. God himself got a problem means where he will go. Like that only situation. Bank will help us. Bank ke problem came. Who will come? Then people have to come. Okay. Who are those people? QIB. QIB will give the 2,100 crore to ARC or SPV. SPV will in return give them bonds, debentures they will give worth 2,100 crore. Worth 2,100 crore. Subscribe to these mortgage backed securities in the nature of debt. Sir, you said debentures. They are using the word mortgage backed security. Mortgage backed security means they are not normal debentures. They are secured debentures. A security they call mortgage. Security backed securities. Means what? See, SPV will take money from investors. That investors can't take risk. Therefore, what they will ask? Array SPV, you are buying 2,100 crores worth loans. Yes, those are all secured, unsecured, secured. Do one thing. That security amount is there. Na? You also keep for these bonds. Okay. If you don't pay us interest and other things, na, we will sell that security. So every month in this 1,000 crore principal, EMIs are collected. So borrowers will pay EMI collected by a separate person called as servicer. What is it? Servicer. Servicer will collect the EMIs. Gunda batch. These people will collect the EMI. In this EMI, two parts are there. Interest part, principal part. Interest part on this EMI will be used to pay interest on the bonds issued to the QI base. Principal part will be used to pay them the principal amount. This is how securitization actually works. This is debt securitization concept. See, origination function. That's why we call him originator. Kaushik Mukesh, if he tells now, one word also should not go outside here. Logic is the key, not mucking up of concepts like a nonsense idiots. So please, always we have to understand one important thing here. When it comes, you should be the king in that. Are you understanding or not? A normal fool will read here without having any logic. We are not idiots like that. We have common sense. First, we need to understand what is this originator function. Borrower seeks loan from a finance company like HDFC. Yes, borrower seek finance. The credit worthiness of borrower is evaluated. Contract is entered into with the repayment schedule. Okay. Pooling function. Packaging and transferring. Similar loans or receivables are clubbed together. 1,000 crores they will club. Okay. Underlying pool of assets. It will be transferred in favor of SPV, who act as a trustee for the investors. Securitization function. SPV will structure and issue securities on the basis of asset pool. SPV issue securities on the basis of asset pool. On the basis of the 2,100 crore assets is there na, on the or 1,000 crore of loan amount. On that basis, they will create securities. Next. Securities carry coupon and maturity. Principal and interest, coupon and maturity. These are generally sold to investors through merchant bankers. Investors are pension fund, mutual fund, insurance fund, as it is what I said. The process of securitization is generally carried out without recourse. Means once securitization company, SPV taken, bought the assets, that's all. Risk of recollecting the EMIs is entirely your headache. Non-recourse means you can't give back again. Okay. So, these are the main points that you need to understand here. Okay. So, most important point, debt securitization also completed with full clarity. Advantages of debt securitization. Asset is shifting off the balance sheet. Asset is shifted off the balance sheet. Means in the balance sheet you will not see anything. Rights are transferred. Previously, bank is the owner. Now, another person is the owner. That's all. It's an off-balance sheet item. Thus, originator recourse of the balance sheet funding. Means technically, we are not taking any loan. See, balance sheet like this it is. Correct? See here now. Previously receivable 100,000 crore. Okay, previously receivable 1,000 crore. Now what happened? These receivables are converted into cash, 2,100 crore. Did I take any loan from anyone? No, just the balance sheet like excess money is created. That's why banks always call all of us over phone and torture us. Do you want credit card? Do you want housing loan? Why they will ask? Today they are giving 1,000 crore, 6 months they are getting back 2,100 crore, risk free. That's the reason why always banks will kill us. Do you want credit card? Do you want any housing loan? Do you want any EMI? Do you want any personal loan? Why? If really bank is giving 100 crore and receiving back that 100 crore over 20 years, actually they should call us and ask a deposit. Never they will ask deposit. They will always ask for loan you want. Why? Because they gave 100 crores, 1,000 crores today. 8-9 months they are getting back 2,100 crores. Circulation is increased. It converts illiquid assets into liquid. Illiquid means what? Actually loan given means my money converted into receivable. Okay, we received over 20 years, liquidity is not there, immediate liquidity not there. Now we converted that into liquid funds. Facilitates better balance sheet management. Assets are transferred off balance sheet, facilitating satisfaction of capital adequacy norms. So immediately cash is generated, enough capital is created for banks. Okay, originator credit rating enhances. Originator credit rating enhances. Why credit rating enhances? There are no loans, there are no NPAs. All is sold to one person. Next one. Venture capital financing. Venture capital refers to capital investment made in a business or industrial enterprise which carries elements of risk and insecurity and the probability of business hazard. Sir, what is this? Venture capital means whenever a startup is going on. Which kind of startup? It should be a business or industrial enterprise where there is a lot of risk and insecurity. Business can be a successful, business can be a failure. Many business hazards are there. Hazards mean difficulties. Those kind of businesses are getting, automobile business is there. Okay. Or you can observe now, battery manufacturing is now becoming one of the most booming business because of e-vehicles. So it is a risky venture because so many people are starting. There is insecurity. If government bans are gone, so those kind of ventures, generally banks will not come forward to give loans. Capital investment may assume the form of either equity or debt or both. Next, the risk associated with enterprise could be so high as to entail total loss or be so insignificant as to lead to high gains. Means, in simple, he wanted to tell only one point. What is that? The logic is very simple. Sometimes capital refers to capital investment in a new venture, new business, or a new industrial enterprise is always involving with lot of risk and insecurity. Probability of business hazards are very high. Point number one. Okay. Point number one. You can raise money either through equity or debt or even through a derivative instrument also. No problem. Combination also you can go. Also called as convertible debt. Means it is both equity as well as debt. You can also go with that. So capital can be invested either in the form of equity or in the form of debt or in the form of both. Okay. Risk is so high that you may get a loss or gain will come. Insignificant gain will come. Okay. Okay. European Venture Capital Association describes venture capital as risk finance for entrepreneurial growth oriented companies. It is an investment for medium or long term seeking to maximize the return. Generally, without going for the banks for such a high amount of risk is involved, banks don't give the loan. Venture capitalists will be there. Who will be there? Venture capitalists, billionaires, millionaires will be there. Those people, Warren Buffett, all these people do this. What they will do? They will venture the capital. Okay. So simply to tell, there is a venture. They will fund the capital. They know that it is very risky. Anyway, they have invested in so many companies now. They are ready to take that risk to get a higher return. Okay. Venture capital thus implies an investment in the form of equity for high risk projects with an expectation of higher. Just now I told you, high risk means high return also will come. The investments are made through private placement with exception of risk of total loss or huge return. High technology industry is more attractive to venture capital financing due to high profit potential. Those are the points you need to write. Everywhere same concept. Yeah. High risk projects will go for venture capital. It can be both equity, debt, or even combination of both. High risk associated enterprises will always be having venture capital. They may either give a loss or they will give insignificant gains. Where there is a high risk, there will be a high return. There will be a high return. So these are all some points you need to quote. Methods of venture financing. Methods of venture. Just now we told the equity debt combination. We are going to read now. Equity. Venture capital undertakings generally require funds for long period, but may not be able to provide returns to investors during initial stages. So you will give. I will want for 15 years. You will give, but returns won't come immediately. Na? Therefore, the venture capital finance is generally provided by way of equity share capital. See, I will give. I can't give any return in next 10 years. I'll debentures general life 10 years. 10 years you don't give any return means I have to give principal and take principal back after 10 years like a fool without having any ownership. Therefore, generally venture capital, initial 5-6 years, profits won't come. Profits won't come. When profits won't come, there is a doubt also whether you pay interest or not. Therefore, they will generally go for equity share capital. Equity contribution of venture capital firm does not exceed 49% of the total. Means if 100 rupees is the total capital, venture financing should not go beyond 49%. Conditional loan. Conditional loan. Okay. Repayable in the form of royalty after the venture is able to generate the sales. Okay. That means they will give money as a conditional loan. As a conditional loan. It is repayable in the form of what? Royalty. For giving that help at the beginning stage. After the venture is able to generate the sale. Means they don't wait for profit. From the sales they will take royalty. Profit means sales minus all expenses. I don't wait. I will charge a royalty on the sales directly. No interest is paid on such loans. Why? I don't want your interest here. Interest comes below the sales. I want just 10% of sale. Give as a royalty to me. In India, venture capital finances charge royalty ranging between 2% to 15%. Actually, depends on the venture. Cash flows, gestation period, etc. Some venture capital financiers give a choice to the enterprise of paying high rate of interest, which could be even 20% instead of royalty on sales. Sometimes they will also go for interest. See, royalty na 2% to 15% it will stop. But if you pay interest, they will ask high range, 20%, 24% they will ask instead of royalty on sales. See, until business is successful, profit may come, may not come, but sales will happen. 10% you pay, 2 to 15%, 10% you pay. But commercially, company is successful. Conditional loan, till I feel that company is not successful, okay, pay interest on sales as a royalty. No interest is charged. Second, company becomes successful. Project is super hit. Huge sales happening. Okay, now it is better I will go for interest payment such that I can charge even 15-20% or even 25-30%. Income note. It is a hybrid security which combines conventional loan and conditional loan. Normal loan will be there, a bank loan, that one, and this conditional loan. The entrepreneur has to pay both interest and royalty on sales, but substantially low rates. IDBS venture capital funds provides funding equal to 80 to 87% of the project. Not interest. 100 rupees is the capital. I will give 80 to 87.5%. Let's say 85 rupees I have given. I will ask for royalty and also ask for interest, hybrid. That's called as income note. Participating debenture. Such security charges in carries charges in 3 phases. In startup, no interest is charged. In next stage, low interest. And last stage, when performance started, then high interest will be charged. Next, discuss the factors that venture capitalists should consider before financing any risky project. Okay, quality of management team, because they are going to use your money. Are you understanding? So high level of committed management team is required. Okay, high level of quality management is required. Next one, technical ability of the team is also vital. They should be able to develop and produce a new product or service. So technical ability of whom? Of the team. Next one, technical feasibility of the product. See whether a team is really having that much worth to create the product or not. I should see. They will create the product. How that product has a saleability in the market. So technical feasibility of the new product. Since risk involved in investing is quite high, venture capitalists should ensure that prospects for future project compensate the risk, whether profit is compensating the risk or not. Okay, research must be carried out to ensure that there is a market for the new product. Actually, this point and this point both are same. First one is the feasibility of new product. Next one, research should be carried out whether there is a proper market or not. Okay, venture capitalist himself should have capacity to bear the risk if the project fails. So if the project fails, he should be in a position to bear the risk. So first one, quality management with high level of commitment. Second one, will be talking about technical ability of the team. Next one, technical feasibility of the product. Next one, profit should balance with the risk. Next one, research will be carried out whether it is marketable or not. Next one, if the failure is there, venture capitalist should be able to absorb the loss on his own. Okay. So next, that's the main point here. These things you need to read. Next one, discuss seed capital assistance. The seed capital assistance has been designed by IDBI for professionally or technically qualified entrepreneurs. All the projects, see, IDBI has brought the seed capital assistance. All the projects eligible for financial assistance from IDBI through refinance are eligible under this scheme. So refinancing, they will be eligible. The project cost should not exceed, very, very important question here. Project cost should not exceed 2 crore. And the maximum loan that I will give is not exceeding 50% of promoter's contribution or 15 lakhs, whichever is lower. So promoters, if they give 100 crores, okay, I will not give 100 crores. Loan should not exceed 50% of promoter contribution or 15 lakhs, whichever is lower. Sir, what is seed capital assistance? Means promoters will give money to the company. Yes, sir. I will also give along with them, but I will not give huge amounts. IDBI started this concept of seed capital assistance for professionally and technically qualified entrepreneurs like IIT graduates, CAs, etc. Project is eligible for financial assistance from IDBI. Number 2. So it is brought by IDBI for qualified and professionally, technically qualified professionals or entrepreneurs. Number 2, it is a financial assistance given by IDBI. Number 3, conditions to be satisfied. Project cost should not exceed 2 crore. And maximum assistance under the scheme is restricted to 50% of promoters contribution of 15 lakhs, whichever is less. Seed capital assistance is interest free, but it carries a charge of 1% for the first 5 years. Okay, charge on what? Charge on the overall loan. I gave you 15 lakhs now, 1% you give as a service charge. Okay, 3 things you have to remember here. Global depository receipts. Okay, global depository receipts means other countries can invest in our country's equity shares, not directly. They will issue receipts to a depository in India, and depository will issue them to issue the receipts to the public in India. Public has to convert those receipts into shares, then they will become the shareholders and they will get the dividend. If you do not understand what I said, go back, listen and come back again. Okay, so this is the main idea behind this. I don't want to discuss and waste my time. American deposit receipts, the same concept. IDRs means Indian company is issuing the securities outside India. Are you understanding? GDR, IDR, there are 2 concepts or not. GDR we will invest. IDR other companies will issue in India. Other companies will issue in India. See, GDR, global deposit receipts. Indian company wanted to raise outside India. What we will do, we will issue the shares to depository outside India. That depository will issue the receipts to public outside India. Those persons will buy receipts. They will convert into shares, they become shareholder of this company. Exact reverse it will happen na Indian depository receipts. Concept of depository receipt mechanism, which is used to raise funds in foreign currency, has been applied in Indian capital market through issue of IDR. Foreign companies can issue IDR, not Indian companies. Okay, Indian companies can issue GDRs and ADR. What is GDR, ADR? ADR means issue only in USA, America. Other places GDRs will apply. Okay, IDRs are listed and traded in India. Bridge finance. Okay, I will explain this. So let us understand what is the concept of a bridge finance. What is the concept of a bridge finance? See, bridge finance represents very simple. Yeah, we will go to a bank and ask for a 100 crore loan, but disbursement from the bank requires some time. Bank, procedures are involved. But I can't wait till bank said that 21 days so we will process everything. But I have to start the project in next 10 days. Therefore, what they will do, just to cater the needs of next 10-15 days, they will take loan from public. Or they will take short-term loan from any other bank. That short-term loan just to bridge the gap, the finance taken just to bridge the gap between date of sanction and date of actual disbursement is called as a bridge finance. It is a short-term finance, and this financing will be there. Now I have taken to start it, I require somewhere around 8 crores out of 100 crores. That 8 crores only I will take as a short-term loan for 15 days. Loan will be coming 100 crores. Immediately out of that loan only I will pay that 8 crores. Bridge finance refers normally to loans taken by businesses. Important question. Usually from commercial banks for a short period. Pending disbursement of term loans. Means what? I will take from commercial banks. Why? Disbursement is pending for the term loan. Normally it takes time for a financial institution to finalize the procedures of creation of security. There is a lot of procedures involved. So though positively they appraised, means what? Bank said we will give loan, but it will take 30 days time. I can't wait. Another 5 days I have to start. So for the next 25 days till loan is given, I will take another small loan for bridging the gap. However, once the loans are approved in principle, firms, in order not to lose further time in starting their project, arrange a bridge finance. So loan is approved in principle, means in documentation approved, but it will take 25-30 days because it's a 100 crore amount. Such a temporary loan is normally repaid out of proceeds of the principal term loans. Once the loan is given, immediately they will pay. It is secured by hypothecation of mobile assets, etc. Those 25 days money is also secured. Generally, rate of interest on bridge financing higher than compared to term loans. Obvious that for 25 days only you are giving 18%, 19% they will charge. But okay, no problem. Okay, that's the concept here. These are all some important questions. Okay, another 30 minutes video I will make covering out all other important concepts in theory such that you will become ultimately perfect in this particular area. Okay, thank you, and don't miss to watch yesterday's live. Modigliani Miller versus Modigliani Miller, 2 concepts I have done, very important. Be careful.